You're watching News at 9 on 10-2.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Shannon Smith. Voting in Potter County has ended and votes are being tallied to find out who will serve as the district attorney. So far, Randall Sims is leading the race. Keep in mind, this is only early voting numbers. News Channel 10-2's Mary Coleman is live at Randall Sims' watch party and joins us now to tell us how he feels the election is going.
Well, we're here at Verdinsky's here with 47th District Attorney Mr. Randall Sims. And Mr. Sims, obviously we just have some early election results in, but they're in your favor right now. We have 64 to 36%. How is this making you feel right now?
Well, it's still very early. There's 16 polls out. A lot of people voted today, but I stood at a poll all day long today, never left my post, and I got a lot of positive feedback at Missoula, which is one of the highest numbered polls.
And what seem to be some of the bigger concerns that people are expressing to you? And, if elected into office once again, what would be some of the things that you will do to help out with that?
Well, I think over the last several years, we've adjusted drug court, reentry court. We got the Panhandle Auto Burglary Theft Unit in place. We've got the mental health court docket up and going now. And I'm going to concentrate on the domestic violence, intimate partnership, domestic violence. And we're hoping we're going to get some kind of program in place to help reduce that in Potter County.
Definitely, and the energy here is really great. Lots of people who came out to support you. How does that make you feel knowing that they have been out in your brief?
I have been truly blessed. I really have, from the contributions to places to put signs, to people just stopping me on the street, telling us we're doing a good job, and that's actually been going on for years. And a bunch of them have already even left to go to other places. I was stunned when I walked into the room tonight. So I feel very blessed. And I want to thank my wife. It's her first time to go through a campaign, and it's always toughest on the family.
Absolutely. Well, thank you very much, and we'll see what the night holds.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We'll talk to you later.
Thank you. Be sure to stay here for News Channel 10, the news at 10 rather. We'll see you then. Reporting live from Verdinsky's, Mary Coleman, News Channel 10.
Thanks, Mary. We'll have a warm and dry outlook for tomorrow. Let's send it over to Juvia Vidania live in the Storm Shack Center for a first look at our forecast. Hey, Juvia.
Hi, Shannon. Yes, but before we get to the warmer temperatures, we will have to get through a cool night. Let's go ahead and take a look at our current conditions. We have lower and upper 30s at the moment, 36 in Elkhart, 41 in Liberal. We still have 52 at Boger, but one of the main reasons behind the temperatures not dropping as quickly is because of some cloud cover that we have been having throughout the past couple of hours. Now, for tomorrow, expect a breezy morning as west winds start to take over the area. Not only that, but our highs are expected to reach the 80s. And here in a few minutes, we will talk about possibly some rain chances for next week. For now, we'll send it back to news.
Thanks, Juvia. Well, Louisiana woman survives a tornado while trapped outside. Kiran Chawla tells us more about this amazing story.
To be alive today, I mean, I'm thankful.
David Sagona walked away able to tell his story. He owns Sagona's Hardware in Pankerville. For your reference, this is what it used to look like. Now, it's this, just a mangled mesh of metal. Sagona made all his employees get in the bathrooms and upstairs in the offices, and seconds later,
As I was closing the door to the bathroom, my side wall got sucked out. I actually saw the side wall get sucked out.
this weekend, Sagona attempted to check his security cameras and if they happen to catch anything. This is what he found. Now watch it again. Notice this lady come up to the doors, pull on them, and they're locked. You see debris beginning to fly, and seconds later, what looks like a big explosion. Kyra Johnson is that woman. She had just made her FedEx deliveries to Sagona's from the back door. She came out and looked up.
I had never seen the sky swirl so pretty, and it was gray, but it was scary. So first thing you think, let me tape it. I want to show people.
This is the video she recorded. You can clearly see the tornado, but Johnson says she was so tunnel visioned that she never noticed it. Exactly 2 minutes later, it was right over her.
I just braced myself right here between the Coke machine. It wasn't even a holding on. It was just to brace myself.
That Coke machine fell over, and there really are no words to put to this video. How did she survive?
God. There's no explaining that, God, because after I seen the video, I didn't know what it really looked like. I just figured I was in a tornado. And
Sagona did not know Johnson prior to this. Now he says God truly had her in his hands.
Well, I got this made for you.
God had us in his hands the whole time.
Creating a bond they will never forget.
Oh,
It's yours.
baby, you know I love you. I'll never forget you.
You will always be part of our family.
You're always in mine too.
In Pankerville, Kieran Chawla, WAFB 9 News.
Chairs at Carver Early Childhood Academy are being replaced with stability balls in several classrooms. First grade teacher Jennifer Gleaves came up with this idea after noticing her students had a wide range of attention spans. She did the research and found out that stability balls serve as an outlet to kids who get a little antsy sitting still for too long.
Students are staying active and engaged for longer periods of time. They may stop for a second and bounce, and then they get right back refocused on what they're doing. And so I've even had parents commenting on seeing an increase and a rise in their number grades.
Another 8 to 10 classes at the school started using stability balls today. If they see as much success as Gleaves did, the entire school is considering making the switch. Well, there's still time to act before the current warrant roundup starts. Beginning March 5th, authorities will be out searching for anyone who is on their warrant list. Attorneys are urging people to go online and look to see if you have any outstanding warrants.
If you've gotten a ticket in the last few years that you never paid, look and make sure you're not on there. Because a lot of people will say, oh, you know, I don't know what happened with that ticket. They never called me. They're not going to call you. Because on the ticket, it's going to say you have 10 days to go in and get this taken care of. So the onus is on you to get it taken care of.
If your name is on the current list, you can prevent being arrested by paying your tickets. The key is to pay before authorities find you. With spring break approaching, the Texas Alcoholic Beverage Commission is cracking down. The organization has gone through considerable changes with funding and staffing, but they're now working with what they have. TABC Major Mark Menn sees the agency's role as far more than just enforcing the law.
Education is a very valuable part of our enforcement efforts, because if we can promote voluntary compliance and prevent them from breaking the law or making an irresponsible sale of alcohol in the first place, that makes our job easier. We really are to the point where we don't have an adversarial relationship with the alcohol industry. We don't want it to be that way.
If you'd like to see an in-depth look from John Canales about some of the special authorities TABC has, visit newschannel10.com. Well, Texas could be huge for both Democratic and Republican presidential candidates today. Omar Villafranca tells us why.
Ted Cruz brought his family to vote in the Texas Republican presidential primary.
Any candidate who cannot win his home state has real problems.
The Lone Star State is the crown jewel of Super Tuesday, with 155 Republican delegates up for grabs. Polls show frontrunner Donald Trump doing well in Texas, but the junior senator from Houston is expected to win.
Oh, Ted Cruz, I just think he's a guy that's gone up there and done what he said he'd do. Whether he got anything done or not, at least he was trying.
Texas has been a solid red state in presidential elections since 1980, and former Presidents George and H.W. Bush still call it home. But Democrats are counting on a growing Latino population to turn the state blue.
There are 222 Democratic delegates, and strategists here say a big win for Hillary Clinton could erase the possibility of a Bernie Sanders nomination.
Hillary Clinton has a long political history in Texas dating back to the 70s, and she polls well with Latinos. She's not only looking for delegates, but campaign cash.
If she wins and wins substantially, she'll clean up afterwards.
In the last 7 Super Tuesdays, the big winner has gone on to win their party's nomination. Omar Villafranca, CBS News, Dallas, Texas.
Well, your donation could help our local sheriff's office stay trained. And a car crashes into a fast food restaurant on the boulevard. We'll tell you more next on News Channel 10 2's News at 9.